Hey Gemini, how are you? This is going to be an interesting one, Gemini. Alright, so I'm going to try and communicate this in the best way that I can. Okay, now, Gemini, for you, I really want to talk about where do we go from here, because Gemini energy, you know, as I'm looking at you again, it's almost like we are all worried about money. There's no doubt about that. We need to look at that. But I think with you as well as, you know, Gemini energy is all about communications, dealing with data, communicating with others, very good with people, you know, all this sort of stuff, I mean, for the most part anyway. But a lot of the energy that's operating for you, I feel is, again, it's going to be happening sort of in that house of career, certainly. I feel that your energies are going to be very much geared towards a freshness in this area, possibly. And again, you know, how are we going to sort of, what do we need to do, what information are we looking for, what contracts do we need to look at, what's working for us, what's not. I'm just sort of having a little quick look here. Yeah, let's have a look. Okay, wow, cannot believe it. Yeah, 5 rods, perfect. All right, so not feeling if you feel they've been held back in some way, certainly with this 5 for me are always floaters. It is talking about this energy of it could be work. So if you guys have been struggling, if you've not been able to find a new position, or if you've been struggling within the position that you've got and you're not feeling that you're getting the agreements of what we actually need, fabulous, you're bringing manifestation. So that is going to change for you, Gemini. So again, where you felt held back, and we've all felt that, I think, with these last few months since we came out of Christmas, really. But things are going to change. I said it's going to have a different vibe. You know, this is not just for us personally, but it is a global issue. Everything's going to have a different vibe. We have got Saturn around the 8th. It's going to be moving into Pisces, and that's going to be operating in that 9th house along with Pluto up there. So again, 9th house energies is talking about expansion to a degree. It's naturally, it's Jupiter ruled, so it can be career issues. All right, not necessarily all of you, but it can certainly be career issues, waiting on information. Interestingly enough, you bring this 2 of Cup energy, agreement energy. It isn't Gemini. This 2 of Cup energies just talk about better balances around relationships. Now Gemini energy is very frenetic, communication, certainly. If there's been a bit of a communication breakdown, all right, and Magician energy again, it's sort of telling you that you've got everything that you need on the table to ultimately go forward and make things fresh and new. Wow. And you are bringing me this King of Cup energy, guys. So and it is reversed. So it can talk about relationships, but it is Cup energy. It can be family, older male, certainly. It's not the Emperor, but at the end of the day, it is an slightly older male, a bit more mature. And it may well be that you're living with someone who's not very mature emotionally, right? So it's about maturity on one level. But as I said, and I've said many times, you know, maturity is not about age. You know, we can have an incredibly wise old soul of 20 years old coming in onto the planet, and we can be living with someone in their 50s who at the end of the day just needs to get their big boy knickers on and grow up a little bit. Yeah. Sorry, Gemini, but that's where I'm going. And it may well be, again, that this sort of, we're needing this new growth. We've not been getting the new growth around the business life. We're needing to get to the bottom of things, and it can certainly be linking with that as well. So not necessarily all your personal life, Gemini, but certainly business as well. Interestingly enough, this is a karmic energy for me. What goes around comes around. This is about time. And funnily enough, we've got Saturn moving into Pisces, okay? And Saturn energy in Pisces is very interesting because Pisces energy is sort of what's going on behind the scene, okay? It is about dissolving old structures, I think, as well, right? With Saturn moving into Pisces. Don't forget, we've also got Mars that's going to be moving into Cancerian energy. It's not its happiest in Cancer energy, so we can be quite emotional. Again, Cancerian energy is water energy, associations, friendships, family members, so on and so forth. And there is this, how can I put this? Aries energy, Mars energy, it is the energy of the warrior. But in Cancerian energy, it's difficult, right? So we can have this passive aggressive energy. So indecisiveness, and Gemini, you can be really indecisive, not as bad as Libra, but you can be indecisive about certain things, but I feel that decisions will be made, and escaping, which of course is a Pisces energy as well, with Saturn, moving away from structures that no longer serve, okay? But again, it could be a little bit of a tricky energy, but it's not something that you're not able to deal with. You're very solid in a lot of ways, and you do have the ability to adapt. So, I do see that this month is going to be very much about that. So, yeah, let's put that down. Strength energies, again, very similar to what's come out with Taurus. Strength energies, wow. Whoa. So again, Gemini, this literally could be to do with your personal life, most certainly. The communication or the cooperation, certainly, with what's been going on in the world, or with what's been going on in your personal life. Maybe that's not being what you want. It can be, again, linking with your working life. You're not receiving the cooperation that you need. You have got a lot of energy happening in that 10th house of career, and your role within your community and your people. So I don't want to do this anymore. I do want to assert myself. I do want to go forward. I certainly think you're going to do that, and there can certainly be a lot of expansion coming around you yourself, but also the career energies as well, what we want to do with that. But I do have you sort of holding ground a little bit. If you don't like what you've been told, or you don't like what your partner is saying, or you don't like the plan from another, then it may well be that we have to sort of sort that out. All right, so yeah, very much so as I'm looking at these. Sun energy, again, I like it. Again, very Leonian. This strength energy is, so I look at this and I think the strength, yeah, it's Aries, but again, I sort of see a very strong Leo energy with that as well. So still fire sign energies, but for me as a reader, I often see that as Aries and Leo. So the friendly lion, but the assertive one. All right. So watch your language, watch what you say, watch how you say it this month. But if we do need to sort a few things out, Gemini, that may well be it. But certainly around career as well. So don't forget, if you're going into the office and you've got things to say, let's try and articulate it in the best possible way, if we can. All right, so yeah, this is quite positive. It can certainly mean that we're ending an old relationship when we're going towards a new one. That's really good. And again, apply that with your work, your rest. It can link me with family energies as well. Right, but I think things are definitely going to change around that for some of you. Another 5, under the 5 that came forward. So again, we can have indecision with this sword energy. All right, you are a very mental energy, right? Along with the others. So we got Aquarius, we got Libra, we got Gemini. So again, these 5s can talk to me about where we're afraid to say what we need to say. Can talk about that. Can talk about where we're just battle weary, and at the end of the day we've gone through a very difficult time, and now we need a little bit this time out to a degree, or we just don't want to do this anymore. Okay, so again, sorry Gemini, if you are going through a bit of a split, or if you really feel that this is not going to work for you, or the job's not going to work for you, or the college course is not going to work for you, or things are just generally not working for you, then it's up to you to get this sorted out. So we've got these 2 5s here. So certainly around career, I think it's going to be operating quite strongly. Wow, Page of Rods, freshness, guys. All right, so well, again, where we may have faltered a little bit here, initially, again, we bring this Page of Rod energy, so this is good. So ideas in infancy, less mature ideas about where we want to go. It may well be that you do want to finish that career and you just don't want to go back in anymore. You're not happy with the arrangements that have been made in the past. Things that you've wanted to manifest have not manifested. Relationship goals have not been achieved. Maybe you've got a lazy partner that doesn't do anything, or maybe it's just you feeling that just I don't want to flog this dead horse anymore. Okay, but wherever that is applying, Gemini, I think that you are going to sort it. Wow, look at that, that is great. So again, 10 of Cup energy, and it is coming under this energy, look, right? So I'm loving it. So again, movements, you making conscious decisions, and it's not easy for you, Gemini, because you can be very frenetic and all over the place, but as I said, not as bad as Libra. They can be very indecisive, God bless, but at the end of the day, what we've got here is definitely suggesting to me that there is this newness, there is an agreement to be struck, and I'm pleased to see. Oh, fabulous. And now we've got the 9 of Cups. Now anybody who knows tarot knows that the 9 of Cups is a brilliant energy. All right, it's a great energy. So yeah, Gemini, if you felt unsuccessful, if you felt that you've not been achieving, if you felt that your partner's been lazy, if you felt that others around you have not been sort of helping you go forward, and you've been putting all this energy in, well, go with it, because things are going to change for you. But certainly career, your standing, your social standing, the standing within your group, your family, certainly the way you've structured reality, ultimately I think there's going to be some nice changes coming for you. Love it. Again, we're building. I said to you that there is a lot of emotional energy on the table. Yeah, there's certainly a lot of emotional energy on the table, but we can work through this. We can work through it. Wow, I've got you standing very, very firm in decision. Well, that's good, isn't it? Right, that's really good, Gemini. Standing firm in the decision that we make, and where we may have faltered slightly, or we may have been delayed with this, I do feel at the end of the day now we've got this new idea, we've got this new energy, we're feeling a lot more positive, we're really filled up emotionally. It's great. These energies are great. So again, we can build on what's happened. In other words, whether or not we've experienced a negative in relationship, we know, I've learned that. Gemini learns, Gemini thinks, and at the end of the day, it's not going to go back into that. So whatever the decisions you've made, we're not going to make the same mistakes, and we're not going to make those same decisions. So we're hanging on to, this sensation of strength, opportunities. Again, karmic energies here working for you. I'm pleased with it. So finances, and we can gain finances from areas that we didn't expect to gain them from. All right. Yeah, that can certainly happen. Wow, fabulous. Celebrations, fantastic, Gemini. I'm loving it. So again, celebration, new opportunities around your careers, the way you structured everything, the way you've been structuring your life, who's been in your life, what's been in your life, what we need to move away from possibly, or who we need to move away from. But at the end of the day, there is some good stuff. There's quite a lot of, as I said, freeing up of that for you. I think this is pretty good. I think I've got you feeling a lot freer around lots of things. So weight's been lifted. all right, which is great. I'm feeling positive about that. And the last card, wow, the last card, 8 of Swords. Again, sword energies, guys, perfect for you, mental energies. So you know, where we feel that we have not been able to flex ourselves, where we've not been able to adapt, where we've not felt that we can be flexible, I ultimately think that whatever we need to do, we're working on it this month. So we may not have made that great escape at this point. However, what this reading is telling me is that it has to change. So if it's your work, if it's your opportunities, you're waiting for it, if you want to change your diet, if you want to change the way your lifestyle, if you're drinking too much, if you're eating too much, if you're taking too many drugs, you know, if you want the doctor to change your drug, all of these energies are coming through. But whatever it is, it's the way we structured things, and we're looking to change that. And Gemini energy is all about change. And because we've got these key energies in the 10th house and the 11th house, and Mars is going to be moving into Cancerian energy towards the end. So yeah, Mars energy, because it's been in Gemini, and it has been a hell of a transit for you guys in Gemini. It's been quite taxing. I feel that there is this element of much more free-flowing communications coming in for you. All right, so it's going to be better. Hope that helped you, Gemini, and I'll catch you next month. Lots of love. Bye now.